This is day 105 in the Hamas-Israel war, and I'm Yair Pinto, reporting to you from Israel. There are a few obstacles that we, the IDF, will need to overcome in order to reach Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. The main obstacle we are battling is Hamas's huge maze of tunnels underneath Khan Yunis. The Israeli operations are more focused and concentrated mainly in the Khan Yunis area. It is indeed intense. Hamas has prepared well for our offensive. The supply of fuel, food, and logistical assistance has been resumed, as has the presence of the residents and terrorists in the areas that until recently were defined as combat zones. This is a major challenge for our forces. The terrorist organization Hamas stands in the face of the Israeli forces and tries to exhaust the bargaining cards in its hands to ensure its continued existence as a military and governmental entity in the Gaza Strip. From our point of view as Israel, this is an intolerable scenario which will shape a problematic reality not only in front of the Gaza Strip and Hamas, but on all fronts in the Middle East and especially against Iran. What's the right course of action? The Chief of Staff of the IDF, Herzi Halevi, said in a statement that the goals defined for the war are complex to achieve and require patience. This is an enemy who knows Israeli society well and plans his moves with awareness of its sensitivities. The pressure on Hamas is the key in order to progress the matter of releasing the Israeli hostages. But in view of the importance of the time element in this issue, it is necessary to adjust the intensity of the pressure and the centers where it will be applied in order to quickly achieve the required effect. Thus, instead of preferring a relatively moderate intensity over a long period of time, you should increase the intensity and shorten the duration. On a practical level, it is correct to increase the attacks from the air in all the areas where ground forces have been depleted. Hamas must not be allowed to establish its rule in these areas again. Hamas activists and government officials on its behalf should be neutralized wherever they try to renew their terrorist presence. It is correct to prevent the return of the residents who were evacuated from Gaza and the northern Gaza Strip, and to define as combat zone any areas that still hold underground Hamas terror tunnels. The members of the organization or armed activists, whoever they are, will remain the target of an Israeli attack. In Khan Yunis, in the southernmost area where the IDF fought during the war, commando fighters eliminated dozens of terrorists in gun battles and using tank fire and air support. The fighters located many weapons and intelligence documents, including dozens of hand grenades, AK-47 rifles, ammunition, and cartridges, digging equipment, missile launchers, RPG missiles, charges, combat management documents, and more. The fighters also found a map of the Southern Battalion outposts of the Khan Yunis Brigade. The regimental outpost included a training complex in the built-up area and in an open area alongside operational offices used by Hamas terrorists in the Khan Yunis Brigade. On Israel's front in the West Bank, in an operation to counter terrorism that lasted over 35 hours in the Tulkarem camp under the command of the Menashe Brigade, at least 8 terrorists were neutralized, 15 wanted persons were arrested, and dozens of explosives were destroyed. The soldiers of the IDF, the Shin Bet, and the security guard arrested a total of 21 wanted persons throughout Judea and Samaria overnight. These people are wanted for terrorism. During the operation, the fighters conducted exchanges of fire and clashed with armed terrorists who shot and threw explosives at our troops. At the same time, overnight, the fighters arrested 21 terror suspects throughout Judea and Samaria. 10 of them were arrested in the El Rov camp in the Etzion division, and dozens of them in the village of Harmela, also located in the West Bank. In the village of Ras Atiyah in Ephraim, the fighters located weapons. And in the city of Kalkilia, an Israeli border police soldier was injured by explosives that were fired at him and was taken to a hospital to receive medical treatment. In the city of Hebron, the fighters located many weapons and flags of the terrorist organization Hamas. On Israel's northern front, in the past 24 hours, IDF forces attacked targets of the terrorist organization HEZBOLLAH in southern Lebanon. Earlier today, Air Force fighter jets attacked a terrorist infrastructure and a launch site of the HEZBOLLAH terrorist organization in the areas of Etaron and El Adissa in southern Lebanon. In addition, a number of launches were detected towards the Shtula, Malkia, Menara, and Har Dov areas inside Israel. The IDF responded by attacking the origins of the shootings. And like in any day, I want to salute the heroes of Israel who fell defending the country. Sergeant Uri Gerbi, 20 years of age, from Herzliya, a fighter in the Givati patrol unit, died of his wounds yesterday after being wounded on the 17th of January in a battle in southern Gaza. Let's all join in prayer for the families of the victims, for the peace of Israel, and for the peace of Jerusalem. We believe that only God can bring a peaceful solution to this region, for the people of Israel, for the people of the Gaza Strip, and for the entire Middle East. So let's keep praying and let's share the truth of what is happening in Israel, in the Middle East, so that the world will know the true face of our enemies.